All right, all right, all right. This is a last minute thing. So I don't expect there to be anybody here for a little while. But Dad had to go live. Dad's going to talk to himself for a minute. Dad's going to talk to himself while he pulls up what he wants to show you. And I'm going to wait for some people to get in here because this is a last minute thing. It's a last minute thing we're doing. Very last minute. Very last minute. Like immediate last minute. We got one person in here. It's fine. Anytime I plan these, I usually give 30 minutes to an hour. But I don't have a lot of time. So I was like, well, shit. Do I not go live at all tonight? Or, let me turn the fan on. Do I go live? Hello, Lil Hers Neverland. I never know how to say your name. They all coming. They coming. I'm so sorry I didn't give you guys very much notice. This was very unexpected. I was going to do the Duty Ron stream with Ed. And then I was going to wait a couple hours and go live and give you guys plenty of time. But then schedules changed at the old Hoogan household. Dad's boyfriend's coming home early tonight. I forgot SummerSlam's tomorrow. We have to catch up. We have to catch up on the SummerSlam kickoff party tonight. So it was either go live immediately or don't go live at all and skip the kids for SummerSlam. And I can't skip the kids for SummerSlam. Spam. So hard to talk today. It's so fucking hot outside. Look, I made it almost 2 minutes before I said the F word. Hello, everybody. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Britt. Oh my God, I love your I do this sometimes when I need to get centered, and I will say to myself, Jen McCabe, because anger makes me centered. Hello, Melanie. Hello from Waco. Oh, hey, girl. Are you a Banditos or a Cossacks? I'm just kidding. It's an old Waco biker joke. How are you doing? My neighbor's from Waco. She has lots of stories. Her name's Paula. She will come on the channel once. I got her addicted to the Karen Reed trial, and I promised her we would talk about it. Hello, Melly. Hello, my sweet little baby angel, Melly. Oh, snap, Ernie Birdie. Thank you so much. I was first of all, okay, let's talk about the Hoogan in the room. Your day had fucked up big time. So, Duty Ron and I were going to talk about some of the stuff that was in that 22 pages. And then Duty Ed was going to join in from Africa. Plans changed, and Ron was like, because I've always wanted, I've talked to Duty Ed in chats, like in the side chat with you guys. And I've gone live with Ron and Melanie plenty of times, but I've never been on there when Ed's there. Ed is Bay. Ed is Forensic Daddy. Ed is Forensic Daddy. Ed is Forensic Bay. Ed, if you don't know his history, he's probably gone over it a million times. If he hasn't, I'll tell you stuff about Ed. I'll tell you stuff Ed probably didn't even know about Ed. I'm not even kidding. One of my professors told my other professor, the one in his class, it was kind of like a mix of a lab and an online coursework thing. So I never really saw the guy, but we would communicate. Like everybody would communicate on a board. And I think his first name was Troy or Trey, but it always showed up as professor with their last name. So, and I'm not going to dox him, but he had heard from my other professor because I was showing her a case, and she asked me if I ran it by any Ellie or anything, because I told her that one ranger looked at it, a Texas Ranger. Ooh, there's something on my screen. Anyway, long story short, I tell her I ran it by this fella named Duty Ron and Duty Ed. And when I said Ed Wallace and Duty Ron, she knew exactly who I was talking about. She knows Melanie. She watches all the YouTube shit. And she was like, that's all you're familiar. And that was fucking weird to have like a professor be like, oh, I've seen you on there. But anyway, her and the male professor, she had told him because I guess he took one of Ed's classes. So before the end of that semester, this was because I'm in summer school now. This was like the beginning of the year. I had basically told him like, Yeah, I haven't even gotten to meet Ed yet, but I have so many questions, and he was like, "Oh my god." He told me straight up, he's like, "That man teaches the teachers." He's the guy who the way it was explained to me, that guy organized 9/11, and I was like, "What?" And he goes, "No, like, after." He was the guy who was like, "Okay, here's what we gotta do. We're gonna do landfill over here. We're going to, this is how we're gonna identify people." Like, he was the one organizing shit. He according to everything that I've read, because after that I was like, "What?" And I read up on it. He lost like 3 parts of his lungs, like, searching through 9/11 debris from inhaling it. Like, this guy literally handled the anthrax crisis, I would say almost single-handedly, but he was the guy. He's the guy who teaches everybody who is anybody in the higher ups how to not fuck shit up. Love that for Ed. Have so many questions. And what I love is that my professor would always tell me, actually, 3 of my favorite professors have all said the same thing. They're like, when you get to a point where you can pick the brain of someone who, like, writes the forensic articles, the medical articles, the research articles, the people who actually dive into these subjects and get to decide policy and get to help pick out, like, safety regulations. They get to pick out, like, policies, methods, also they're basically the people who get to tinker. Like, he was saying, let's have a controlled study. People who are at the level in their job, forensic wise, who get to do that, who get to, like, discover new frontiers of forensics, they are what we call in this community a badaces. And that's what Ed is. He's a badace. I would like he has the most training in how to handle weapons of mass destruction, explosives, what happens when a bomb goes off. He can identify things like that. Like, this is what likely happened in this arson. Like, he is the blood splatter guy. He's Dexter. Like, he literally teaches classes on how to do the Dexter shit where they smash the pit. So, I mean, my God, man. That's like saying, "Hey, Kat, you want to ask Keith Morrison a question?" Yes, I have a million fucking questions. Anyway, so Ed was like, Ron was like, "Hey, do you want to come on and ask Duty Ed forensic questions?" And, like, we're going to talk Madeline Soto, and then we'll bring you on and you can ask Duty. And I was like, I have so many questions. So I made my list. I had 30. Now I have 36. I had 34 earlier. I added 2 more. I'm sorry. This, the oblivious part, totally over my head that the forensic question should be about the Stephen Stearns case, right? I just thought he meant forensic question. I was like, yes, I have a million. I didn't really like cater them to that topic. I guess I should have. I don't know why I didn't pick up on the context clues. I noticed every goddamn thing else around me, but I can't fucking pick up on the obvious, like, hey, we want you to ask questions about this case. So, of course, when he's like, all right, you ready? I joked around with Duty Ron. I was like, I'm just going to be like, hey, Ed, OJ Simpson, what the fuck? Just a joke. Not really going to do that. I thought my first question, I was like, people are going to find this so interesting because I did. Ed was the anthrax guy. If you don't remember that, when people were mailing, there was the anthrax scare. People are going to mail anthrax to your house. Be careful. You're going to get anthrax from this substance or whatever. I was younger and I didn't understand it. And I never knew how it ended. And I was just like looking into it. It's just so much fluff. And I'm like, just tell me the forensics. Tell me what happened, who sent it, blah, blah. Turns out it was a guy basically doing The Wire. Have you ever seen The Wire? Remember how, what's his name, McNulty poses all the dead people to make it look like a serial killer did it so that he can get more funding in his unit that's job is to catch serial killers? That's what that doctor did with anthrax. That's fucking crazy. I wanted to hear Ed talk about it because I couldn't afford his book. I'm not even kidding. Like, and it's like not like Ed set the price too high. That's not what I was bitching about. It's that his book is so highly sought after and there are so few copies that the prices are going up. And they're impossible to get. There's like 1 or 2 that you can get for a couple hundred, but I just don't have that money. So I was like, oh, fuck. I just want to hear him talk about anthrax. So I said that, and then I was like, oh, Jesus. I realized this when Ron pulled up the shit. I was like, oh, I'm supposed to be talking about this, aren't I? But then your girl. You know your girl had to slide in a question about peaches. I had to do it. I had to do it. We got what is it? Maya Angelou said, when you have an audience, make sure that you say the right shit. She didn't say those exact words, but she said something like that. Like, don't waste their fucking time. You know what I mean? Ask them or to say things that are important. Ask things that are important. And I was like, what's the most important to me? All the other questions I thought with the case were answered, but also I was not even thinking it was specific. So I was like so embarrassed. I was like, oh, fuck. And then your dad had to bring up Poodle People because I was thinking about Deb and I was thinking about reading those reports. Oh my God, what do you guys think of that? Isn't it crazy how she's just like, my son's a fucking monster? And then it's like, oh, honey, you want an origami book? Let's blame Jen. Right after she finds out everyone can see you, bitch. Like everyone can hear you. Everyone can read everything you're saying. At that point, now the tune has changed. Now my little baby boy didn't do anything gross. Anyway, I had a blast. I was laughing so hard at the Canton jokes. Hello on the mic. Hello, Melanie. Hello, Tiff Knox. 100 in Idaho? Da. That ain't right. That ain't right. It's supposed to be that way in Texas. Oops. Oh. Grassy Cousins. I'm gonna have to look into that. Okay, sorry. I need to close Discord right now, or I'm gonna get distracted. If you guys aren't in the Discord, oh my God, get on in. I'll put the link in the description below. Lexi says smashed. Loved you on duty. Oh, thank you. I loved you kids. It was fun. It was fun. God, Duty Ed's gonna do that pigskin. I cannot believe it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. We'll talk about that in a minute. Thank you so much. I was fangirl. I was full. It was like New Kids on the Block, but with forensics. It was like New Kids on the blood spatter. I don't know. That was amazing. I have so many questions. I have so many questions. Did you know that Duty Ed, one of his jobs was to find the black box after 9/11? You know, the box with all the goods in it? What the fuck happened in that box? That was one of his jobs. Locate the box. That's crazy. We don't know how lucky we are. He is a forensic baddie daddy. That's a good point. Oh, I'm already behind. I was worried not enough people were going to be in here. Martini Kelly says snack time. I agree. Snacks. I hope you guys had a good weekend, or I guess week. It's about to be the weekend. I'm so tired. Crazy Auntie Holly is finally here. Oh, where are you? There you are, Auntie Holly. Oh, hello. You're not crazy. I like your blue shirt, girl. Daddy's so proud of you. I'm proud of you guys. Lori Life 360. Actually, I was trying to think of the name of what I could recommend when he gave me the closing state. I was like, what's a good, I was trying to think. I was thinking like Smart Safe and like all the different like, I can't even think of them right now. I was trying to think like Norton and all the different like the Google, there's the home protection stuff. Like, what can people use to snoop on their kids and husbands so that they make sure they're not doing anything crazy? And Lori Life 360, I should have just thought Lori Life 360 for the win. Life 360. We talked about a whole bunch of them, but yeah, that was really fun. That was really fun. You are a beautiful fucking potato. Little Irish girl, you made me laugh so hard earlier. I don't remember what you say. You commented something and made me laugh my ass off. We're all just people, though, when you get down to it. Yeah. Apparently not Poodle People. Let's talk about that. Oh my God. Melly is a baddie. She's in every chatty. Great show earlier with Duty Ron and Ed. Man, you excited? Dude, can I tell you? Okay, we're going to go backwards. Let's start with the tattoo ink. So I have been a bitching about this for so long. Like any professor who would listen to me when I got my ass beat and the cops, like when that happened, because it was a gang thing, like the people who attacked me, and then I had to go do like this comedy festival, not bragging, but it was a pretty high profile festival. But seriously, like there were a fuckload of people there. And because they had jacked my ID and stuff, and they obviously kind of knew where I lived, the cops were following me like detail. Like it was cool. I had them like 10 feet behind me, and male comics are disgusting. And they were like constantly like farting and making terrible jokes and just doing dumb shit. And then I would end up going with the cops to a coffee shop and just pick their brains about cold cases in Austin. But even back then I was trying to be like, what if we took tattoo ink And we started classifying that in a database and keeping track of it because they do heavily regulate what can go in it now. You can't have certain types of glow in the dark ink. You can't have recalled stuff. There's certain types of pigments you're not allowed to use. I'm not necessarily sure if it's even the FDA who regulates it at all or anymore, or if they did. I just know that it was heavily regulated. I didn't do those inventories. I briefly worked at a shop. I didn't have to worry about any of that shit. Didn't have to purchase the ink. They actually did that for us. And I quit soon after because carpal tunnel. But in all seriousness, it was at least very easy to identify tattooing back then. Like you could even tell if the base had water in it, if it was too much water, if it was watered down ink, that's shitty. A lot of artists would practice that. But, forensically speaking, there have been a couple of cases that set precedent for tattooing, but they are actually copyright cases. And interestingly enough, they have to do with a woman named Amina. I think her last name is Munster, but she was a suicide girl who I think I've talked about her before. She sued someone, or her artist did, because her tattoo was copywritten. It said "Dead men tell no tales," and tell no tales. I have a hard time saying that word. But she has like one leg and the other leg is fake, and she like got it fake tattooed or drawn on or whatever. Tattoo. Can you tattoo? Anyway, wooden leg, lots of art on it. Beautiful, beautiful young lady. She sued the fuck out of these people with her tattoo artist, and that was like the first claimed copyright of tattoo. And it came down to a lot of different factors, but for a while, I believe some of the evidentiary stuff that they left out of this patent case that would have been too overwhelming for it had to do with the ink. And I always wanted to get those records and see what they were, but they were closed as far as I know. And I do know that they went over things like that, and there are different cases where people have sued because of bad ink, and they've had to go in and like forensically figure out what's going on there, infections that can lead to death. Even then, the medical examiner has to find out, is there a toxic chemical inside the ink or something that caused blood poisoning. People have to use autoclaves set at a certain temperature. Otherwise, you're not killing bacteria that can lead to blood poisoning. And before you know it, more lawsuits. So you can't tell me that there haven't been a shitload of cases that do come down to at least some ink forensics. However, there's no literature on it. There's no common practice that I've seen. I've asked several, and I'm talking like not even just my professors, like other professionals in the field of forensics who deal with things like skin cells and touch DNA analysis and imprints, everything. Like, what kind of situation is there that exists as far as comparable ink with human flesh, like that has tattoos on it? There are authentication companies that spend all of their time trying to authenticate old relics from the war. And there was a really famous lamp that this horrible, horrible piece of shit prick Nazi let his wife supposedly create out of skin off of Jewish people in the Holocaust. She liked their tattoos and wanted to cut them off and take human skin and make a skin lamp. There was a documentary about it because a guy who survived Katrina and was walking down the road, sees a lamp in a pile of rubble, picks it up, has it for years, and then a buddy of his or a neighbor is like, hey, that looks really familiar. That looks like this ancient, or not ancient, but this antique relic that could be a Hitler thing. Like, that could be human skin. That could be the skin of Jewish people in your living room. And the guy's like, what? They made a whole documentary trying to authenticate it. They tried to authenticate the Shroud of Turin. How can we not have comparable ink analysis between a human body or a cadaver and actual tattoo ink that's on the market that has to have a certain amount of ingredients, and they're all different because just like most things, a recipe's a recipe. You can patent it. There's just so much going on in that field that I've never seen anybody even discuss. And then it clicks like peaches, And I've been thinking about that for a few years. Like, I just want to ask someone. When I had that opportunity, I was like, oh shit, Duty Ed's the man. He'll know. I was so stoked when he called back to, he's like, wait, let's go back to this. Here's what I want to do. I could tell his brain was thinking. I was hoping that he would tell me, wait, this does exist, and here's where, and here's how you do it. And I was like, that's the field I'm getting into. Nope, it doesn't exist. So Duty Ed's got to make it. I love that. I love that. I hope it works. I have so many questions. I have so many questions for him. We'll go over them one day. Thank you. You love the thumbnail. I've been doing that shit where I fuck with AI and then I put my real art in it. So I like take little things out and remove them and switch them around. Yeah, he had loads of help. That it's crazy, man. Yeah, he's a big brainiac. It's really crazy, like the shit he's been through and like the amount of responsibility. People thought Giuliani had a lot of responsibility on his fucking, what is it, hair color dripping fucking forehead ass. But no, nothing in comparison to the people who were down there and specifically Duty It. Oh man, okay, so here's how I fucked up. I pissed off some Poodle people. It wasn't a lot, to be fair. It was just a couple of people in the comments, but I did get 2 emails and 2 mean comments that were on my shit. And one of them was just fucking, I was like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. Like, I immediately kicked her. The other one I responded to, and then they deleted theirs. They must have, because it's not there anymore. But this chick tried to, let's just say, she tried to call your dad by his birth given name and flex her shit and said that she thinks it's stupid that we have a cult and that I'm dad. And then she put another similar but smaller, shorter comment on another. And I realized she's just going to all my pages and saying the same shit. So I found her and I found her work email and I messaged her on that. And I said, leave me the fuck alone, Barbara. And then she fucked off. People get real spooked when they realize, you're not always just safe behind your computer. People can find you and you need to watch what you say. You bitch. I'm talking to her, not you guys. Anyway, I had somebody else that dropped a slur on me. And I was like, whoa. And it was kind of funny. But it just had nothing, like they didn't even really say anything mean. It was just they called me a slur in an email and I was like, okay. I just said thank you. I don't know what to do. And then people were 2 people were pissed off about the poodle thing. 2 people were pissed at the Poodles. Yeah, they were just because I said Poodle People. I made fun of Poodle People, the podcast. Poodle People, the podcast. You know what I'm talking about? Papa Popo had me on and I talked about Poodle People, the podcast. What's the fucking problem? The fucking problem is people didn't realize that Stephen Stern's mom, who they're all fucking hating on, as they should, she's fucking up. She's a piece of shit, apparently, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. She's a piece of shit, in my opinion, allegedly. And yeah, when they heard Poodle People, they're not thinking like, oh, Deb's podcast. They apparently were not aware. They thought I was talking about all Poodle people. And then I got confused. Are you half poodle? Or do you own a poodle? He was totally into that. He loved that idea. I hope he fucking does it. Oh, I want to see a research paper on it. About people stealing our IP address, our creations, content, not paying you, and not pay, Nurse Kim TikToker support. I don't know what this means, Margaret, but shoot me an email because I don't understand. People stealing our IP address and our creations, content, and not paying. Oh, I don't know. I said exploit me. By all means, exploit me. Just don't put me on a whiskey bottle or some shit, But I mean, you could put me on a cock koozie. We've talked about that. I'm all about male strippers having comfortable clothing. Put me on a cock koozie. You could put me on a pillow next to Keith Morrison. You could put Happy Papa Day potatoes, just whatever. Make sure I don't give a fuck. You guys can exploit me. Also, I mean, people can't really steal your IP address. You can just look it up pretty easily. There's a couple of different ways. Miss Shorty happened to her. Okay, I don't know who that is, but send it to. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, girl. It might give me a day or two, but we'll do it. Let's help Miss Shorty. You like that sesh? I'm so happy. You love the band Anthrax too? They were so great. I also love Butthole Surfers. They're from here. I don't know why I always think of them together, but I do. McNutty. Yeah, McNutty. That dude from The Wire. And he's British. That's fucking wild, right? Or Scottish. It is one of the best shows of all time, based on a true story. And the guy in the wheelchair is the real life Omar. That's how he broke his legs. Isn't that neat? Poodles are hilarious creatures. I had one growing up. My step grandmother bred them. Yeah, see, that's the thing is like, people are getting mad. People are like, I have bred poodles. So and so is bred. I have pet poodle. It's like, we're not fucking talking about you. We're talking about Deb. First of all, you got to hear the podcast to understand how insufferable this bitch is. Second of all, she opens up with like, well, my bitch. And it's like, oh my God, he's into it, Poodle people. We can expect that from your dad and the cult. We're filthy little hoogans. These women sounded like delicious dish. Went right into what parts of your dog do you cut off? Like what? And then Deb told us all her medical problems. She's clearly a little unhinged, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. But actual poodle people, which again, I haven't met them in the flesh. I don't know if they're half poodle, and I don't know what half. I don't know if it's poodle legs with an adult body or poodle top with adult legs. I don't know. They could also be people who are fans of poodles, people who own poodles, or people who breed poodles. But a couple were irritated. They let me know, and I let them know that I don't give a fuck. It is a podcast called Poodle People. And now I am withdrawing my position in the upcoming election. I will no longer be running for president. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. I'm sending Hoogan in my place. Yes, I have a Boston Terrier, but guess what? I fucking adopted him from a 90-year-old man. I didn't go say, hey, make me this dog in a pet factory. No. I think it's good to adopt. I'm not hating on all people who breed. I guess there's some that are okay. I don't know. I'm sure that there are nice ones. I'm pretty sure I've met breeders who are nice people who don't torture their animals. I don't remember who, but I'm sure. I mean, I definitely had to have gone to high school with some of them. Grew up on a fucking farm, for fuck's sake. Good that you said that, though. Sounds like they're sending you some copies. Yeah. Oh, of the ed book? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm so excited. I just want to read it. I'll send it back. I'm one of those people. I just want to read the book. Hello, just a crazy Swiftie, Jen. Let me tell you something. I'm getting kind of addicted to that Taylor girl. I was not that into Taylor Swift. I like a couple of songs like Shake It Off, But I think I got addicted to Jason, Kelsey, and Travis's podcast. And then that led my algorithm into a lot of T-Swizzle stuff. And I don't hate it. I do like watching adult men react to Taylor Swift concerts. And I find myself often reacting the same as them, like, it's pretty good. It's fucking wild. What if I become a Swiftie? Because Anthrax is so good. But anyway, I just want to come on. And I want to talk to you guys because it really bothered me last night that I did not finish everything on my list. And so I said, you know what, even if I get 30 minutes tomorrow, because we were one subject away from completing the list. One. And you're going to get so excited when you find out what it is. Melly, you're a crazy Swiftie too. Teresa has not watched. Oh, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. We talk all kinds of things. Jamie's Cowboys. Hello, Jamie's Cowboys. Nice to see you. She was pretending her son's a monster to distance herself. So transparent. Yeah, and part of me thinks like she knew her kid was a fucking monster. She was screaming that shit, like, right? Like you were saying, to distance herself from him, right? And then the second it's like, oh, the public can see this, right? Now she's being a sweet mom and blaming it on other people. Feels fake as fuck to me. Faff. Yeah, it is hot in Idaho. I don't like that. I don't like hearing that it's 100 degrees in a place where it's always cold. Yeah, Duty Round was so fun. He has a bird, and I always forget. And I'll hear a whistle, and I'll just do this, like, because it catches me off. Because it sounds like one of them went, whoo, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's just a bird, and to me, it looks like Ed or Ron are whistling at each other, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? But it's just a bird. I didn't even know Duty Round he's had to tell me he's had a bird like 3 times. I keep forgetting. Duty Ed does have new drapes. He missed the rain in Africa, and he went, and he got drapes. Yeah, today's show, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. A couple people did misunderstand your dad and think I was talking about all Poodle people. Again, no, just Deb. I told you guys, like, when we are hating on criminals, if they like wrestling, I will go, stupid fucking idiot likes wrestling. God, what a weird creep. But I fucking love wrestling. I become a hypocrite. The second you do something heinous to a child, everything you do is creepy. Is it saying something about you? Is it weird? Does it lend any credence to anything? No, 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 no. But it becomes creepy to me. I've seen a couple people talk about the sex doll online, and all like the amount of people who are like, don't fucking king shame. And then other people are like, no, it's fucking weird. It's like, listen, it can be both. But in the context of Stefan, it's fucking weird, right? He's got a torso, bro. A torso at your parents' house, at least have it at your own house. Like, it makes no sense. Or get your own house. You're an adult man. Get your own apartment. Why are you with your parents? Why are you with your parents? Why are you doing horrible things to your stepdaughter? Oh, shit. It's Duty Ron. Duty Ron, thank you for having me. He's here, you guys. He's here. I had to put out a disclaimer, Duty Ron, that I don't hate all poodle people. I was talking about the podcast. I think people thought that I just hate people who like poodles. And I'm like, that is a weird category of hate. Like, I can't imagine being like, oh, you motherfuckers who like golden retrievers better. You're going to answer to these hands. Cannot imagine. Thank you so much for having me, Duty Ron. You and Ed, I was just telling the kids, you guys, the shit y'all went through at 9/11, like, everybody says, I'm trying not to get political, but everyone's like, Giuliani had the hardest job. No. He was in a suit. Duty Ed, Duty Ron, they had the fucking hardest jobs. They were breathing the soot in. They were breathing that shit in. They were breathing in God knows what, possibly human remains. That shit, like, Jon Stewart wasn't kidding. It fucks your lungs up. Like, that is literally sacrificing your fucking life. And the fact that, like, all these major world things have happened with these two dudes, like, at the forefront, and I get to ask questions. So lucky. So lucky. I fucking love Duty Ron and Duty Ed. I always tell you kids, I'm like, listen, there are creators out there that I can't handle because they spread bullshit conspiracies. I'll think about things out loud. This is interesting, but I'm not going to say, like, this is definitely what happened. These are dudes who, they are very careful. They're extremely experienced. Very rarely are they wrong. I don't even know if I've seen them be wrong yet. So far, everything I've seen has been spot the fuck on, especially with Rex. Oh my God. I've seen some out there because, like, people saying he tried to kill this woman in 1969. Ma'am, sit down. This is a Wendy's. Rex didn't kill anyone in the late 50s. Rex didn't kill anyone in the 40s. Like, people are pretending he's alive when he's not. Duty Ron and Ed look at the logic. They look at the reason. They look at patterns. I love pattern people. I think that's why I also like lawyers. I I like Rock for all those reasons too. And she smokes. That's awesome. Jay is just fucking hilarious. She's all about I love pattern people. It's not that I hate poodle people. It's that I love pattern people. That's the problem. Lots of P's. This is a P heavy pop mic day. You guys, I really cannot believe. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Like, Peaches, dude. Peaches. I cannot believe they haven't ID'd her yet. I do think that they know who she is. I'm pretty sure Duty Ron and Ed have talked about that too, right? Like, they're working through that. I think the deal is, because I've looked into it a lot, and there is a specific family that does claim to be her cousin. However, one of the men in the family, or the women, is likely related to her, and they're not going to speak up because this family that lives in the South is akin to, like, an Amish. I mean, she even said, the cousin even says it. She's like, she says it on her Facebook, on Reddit. Like, she's explained it. People kind of choose to not hear her, I guess. But she explains, like, it's like Amish Mennonite type living. They don't look at the internet. They don't know who Rex is. And they definitely do not want to take fucking DNA tests. They don't believe in it. So the people who could potentially lead to the IDing of Peaches, the only way to narrow them down from this family tree is through this group, this core group of individuals. Isla Mae Packer or Lily Mae Packer, and they say his name. They literally put out an FBI thing that's like, do you know Elijah Lay? I think it was Elijah. Yeah, Elijah Lay. Those two people, there's another ex-husband, there's another ex-wife, there's cousins, the tree goes out. But the problem is, for religious reasons, they don't want to fuck with DNA tests. And if you tell them, the cousin said this, if you tell them it's to figure out who had a secret child, maybe, or gave away a child, and then that child became a victim of a serial, they're definitely likely not going to be into it. It's literally just trying to get these people to do something that they are inherently against and completely unaware of and don't want anything to do with. And they're very, very old. And keep in mind, this is like a shame on their family religiously in their eyes. The rest of us, it's like, oh, fuck. I mean, I've got family who have fucking wrecked weddings. I've got family who have kicked people out. I got family who, I know one of my family members punched someone who was much older in the face, and then she hit her back. It was a whole thing. People get into shit. Families get into shit. I don't think it's embarrassing to have a relative who was killed by someone. It's sad. It's unfortunate, but it has to do with their religion, I guess. So Peaches has been on my mind a lot lately. Well, if this is true, I do believe it's true because I did some backwards genealogy, if you will, forensically worked up from the cousin. It does all check out, but there are so many different possibilities. She is definitely related, the woman who was saying these things, and then her other cousin, who was a male, who was also discussing these things. They're definitely all related. I need to take my Benadryl. They're definitely all related to this character that the FBI was looking for. The problem is too many potential possibilities, not enough people who are down. You know what I mean? So what way is there around that? That's what plagues me at night. What is there around that? Hence the can we apply the tattoo idea? I never thought I'd get to ask someone that who could actually make that happen. So thank you. Thank you, Papa Popo. We forever worship Duty Ron. I'm sorry, but he's bumped to the top of the list. The rest of you kids, you're grounded. Except you, CNAO. Thank you for the $5 for the AC repair fund. Woo! And it'll go towards that because, oh my God. By the way, you guys, everybody in the building's AC is going out. Window units in 105 degrees. The girl upstairs, well, the guy upstairs, Ray, bees. He's got fucking bees outside of his door. Dad's boyfriend's deathly allergic to bees. He turned into verruca salt last time he got stung by a bee last year. Almost died. Well, he didn't almost die, but he did look like a blueberry. They pumped him full of something and he got better. I think it was an EpiPen. I don't know. EpiPen plus a million other things. The point is, we got bees up there. We got rats running up and down the fence. Everybody's AC is now broken. The car's ACs are broken. The Prius, his car, the middle part went and now it's all black. We can't see what the fuck that car's doing now. Everything's going to shit. And now there's raccoons. We got raccoons. We got 5 raccoons and maybe 6, unless that baby took off. There was one little baby kept trying to take off. All those raccoons. There's like 2 possums. There's like 50 rats fucking Templeton dancing on the fence. We got fucking bees. We got broken ACs. And they're trying to show this place. They're trying to show this place to get people to rent it. And the people are running off, being chased by bees. If you don't want your landlord to rent out to new neighbors, bees, turns out. Thank you so much, CNO. Kenneth, with your beautiful song. Dude, I was fangirling. I fangirl every time I go on Duty Round and Duty Ed, I fangirl. Every time. I fangirl on Mel's channel. I'm like, hey, you're a lawyer. I get so excited. I get excited about justice or just talking about it. Also, I love how you guys get unhinged when you hear Duty Rod say a bad word. You're like, yeah, I fucking did it. We need to chill. We can't get him demonetized. But someone did point out if you go a certain amount, it doesn't demonetize you. We have to protect Duty Ron. We want him to be able to stay home and make more content, not get in trouble. But at the same time, it is really great to hear him say shit like, man, fuck that. Jagaloon. Bad boys. You just made pizza rolls? Hudson, that is so prison wife of you. Have we picked out a prison wife for Hudson, everyone? Anyway. Yeah, with lots of numbers and all that. Yeah, there were glow-in-the-dark tattoos, and the ink got recalled. In fact, one of the reasons your dad's kiss tattoo is so shitty is because never let a man named Spider on the west side of San Antonio tattoo you because he's got a free hour. Don't trust him. Don't trust him. Just don't trust people named Spider. Spiders are bad. A guy named Spider is bad. They're not going to tattoo you with the best shit. Your dad got tattooed with poison ink. Tattoo got real badly infected. Got better after a couple months. Everybody on it looks like shit. It looks like wish.com kiss. I don't look like I'm in the Kiss Army. I look like I'm in the Kiss Navy. And that's not a compliment. I'm fucking with you. But the point is, it looks really bad. And that did happen. I poured malt vinegar on it because it was so bad. It was burning. And I remember I was working at a terrible chain restaurant at the time. And somebody there was like a nursing student. She's like, just pour some vinegar on it. And I was like, okay. And I poured malt vinegar. And then I smelled like fish and chips. And my tattoo got way worse. So, yeah. Anyway, the point is, yeah, you can get glow in the dark ink, but don't. Fucking don't. It doesn't go well. Dead man's tapes. It is. It's not good. It is not. And when you have psoriasis, it's even worse because then Peter Chris's face gets psoriasis. And he's already had a hard enough life. Pages, I know. There's got to be another way. And I'm thinking, what if it... Because the big thing that everybody argues is the time frame and whether I think the tattoo guy's like, well, there's a pretty easy way. I mean, he references the type of ink he used in an article. I'm sure we can either get that ink or get the ingredients to it and remake a batch to forensically test it, maybe against any of the pigmentation that's still pullable from her skin. You just as long as you stay above the 7th layer of dermis, if there's anything there that has color in it, it should be able to be pulled, checked out, and you can see what chemicals. Kind of like the way I was thinking about it is how, okay, have you guys heard of bug smoothies? Oh my God, I got way too far behind. Tell me if you've heard. I'm skipping to the bottom. I'm so sorry, you guys. I got to skip to the bottom. Do you know? Oh, Duty Ron says potato. Elaine, clearly scrunchy. Do you remember Elaine from fucking Mr. Rogers? Oh, I loved her. Lady Elaine. She was crazy looking. But you guys ever think about that? About like how they used to do I'm sure they still do it, but the bugs, when they feast on a corpse, a body, whatever, they can take the bugs and they blend them up in a blender, make bug juice out of them. And then they can test them, do toxicology on the bugs, test what the bugs have ingested from the body. In some cases, I believe they've been able to find if it's, I know for a fact there was a child case in Texas. They were able to find out using this method, nose spray. And they talked about how some people would abuse nose spray and it would create like a high. And they think that they tried to OD this kid on nose spray. And they did that through the bug method. They made the bug juice and they tested that because the body didn't have a lot to it. I'm not going to get super descriptive. The crime scene photos that were available that we did see were very like, oh my God, it was a lot of bugs. If you don't have certain things to test, what do you do then? You can test what the bugs have been eating. Now, bugs' life cycles are not that long, so you got to get it in a certain window, I believe. But depending on the type of the bug, the foliage, the weather, all this shit can work together. And the moisture and heat of Texas in the summer, you can get some pretty good bug juice and figure out what's in there. Fascinating. Can we do the same with pigmentation from tattoos? That would be amazing. Imagine the amount of cases you could solve, because that one guy, it was the 90s. Yeah, he didn't remember all of her info, but cases from 2000 on, I guarantee, even like late 90s on, I guarantee you a lot of these people, they kept the client portfolio. They also take the pictures of the tattoos after they give them. The better the tattoo, the more likely it's in a portfolio. They could likely tell us all kinds of stuff. Oh yeah, her. Let me look her up. Here's a copy of her ID. I think it's possible. I think it's possible. Yeah, we got the bee lady here in Austin. She makes TikToks, but I mean, where is she when we're all getting chased by bees? You know what I mean? You're 60? You guys do not look 60. I picture every single person like that I meet pretty much, and I mean pretty much everybody I've met on YouTube kind of looks like a lot younger. I feel like, is it the last couple generations, we're hitting it, dude. We look pretty good. Like, I feel like, what is it, Gen Z up to boomers? We're doing something right. Everybody looks way younger than they should be. Yeah, they're a dynamic duo. Rabbit, don't be sorry. Newfoundland, what is that like? What's the weather like in Newfoundland? We love talking about the weather here. You had a yellow jacket infestation? I hated that landlord. He handed me, and the worst thing about wasps and yellow jackets and shit, can't they memorize your face? I think it's wasps, crows, and bees, right? Certain kinds of bees. I'm pretty sure it's wasps or hornets and crows. They memorize your face and they determine whether you're an enemy, and then they're ride or die or they're against you forever. I'll treat them nice. Gotta treat them nice. Yeah, that baby raccoon, he gets away. He gets away. And then, you guys, the worst yesterday, neighbor Paula went out to throw her trash out. Big fucking rat fucking jumps out at her. I've just been putting it in the neighbor's shop. I'm not even. Yeah, dude, can we secede from the weather, Texas? Can we, please? For fuck's sake. It's so bad. Yeah, he has an EpiPen prescription. He has one. Will he take it in and get his EpiPen? No. He's probably going to wait until he doesn't have insurance so that he can pay $2,000 instead of getting it for $5, because that's what your dad's boyfriend does. No sass, no shade. Total sass, total shade. Pisses me off. Is Hudson can't go into witness protection. We're trying to get him a wife. Hudson, who's your prison wife? Did you guys vote on Hudson's prison wife? Have you put it in Discord? I know that you all wanted him to get with Sarah Boone, but he's scared of suitcases. We can't do that to him. We're thinking Ashley Benefield. We're thinking Taylor Business. I'm still on board with Hudson, her business. I think that that's a great name for him. I think he could take her name. It would be very progressive. She'd be in jail, so she can't chop him up. What's the problem? John Kelly's offering a 10. Well, I mean, he can give me 10K and I'll be like, they're fucking Mennonites. I don't know, dude. They're right there. They're Mennonites. They don't want to fucking do it. I'm pretty sure that the FBI and shit is tried. Like, there's just, you can't argue. You can't argue with a person's down home religion. Some of them just will not have it. I mean, shit. John Kelly, is he? No, it's Mike King. Who? I think it's Mike. Never mind. I was gonna ask the geographical profiling for Mr. Cruel. I think that's Mike. I'll offer $10,000 for anyone who will work with me on fucking Mr. Cruel. I want to geographically profile him. I think there are things that we can add. When you said Elaine, I immediately hear Emily D. Baker saying, Elaine, you're Mike Elaine. What is that? Who does she say that about? I've never seen her say that. I love that. I used to say EVOO when I worked at a cheesecake. And I briefly worked at a cheesecake factory, and I would say EVOO, and people would be like, oh my God, like Rachel Ray. And then I watched her and I realized this bitch says EVOO a lot. And so do I. And I just never knew that was her thing. I swear to God, I invented "I'm loving it" because I used to say that a lot as a kid. I don't remember when that campaign happened, but I feel like McDonald's owes me money. How long till we all have to get chipped? I'm begging to get microchipped. Come get me, China. Microchip me so you can find me. Microchip me so you can track your dad. Your dad is so tired of not being trackable. Duty Round's going to bed? Of course he is. It's too late. Duty Round needs his rest. He's had a rough day. He's had a rough day of talking about rough subject matter, and he needs his rest. And we love Duty Round, and Duty Round, may you rest well. I can't believe, like, it's so crazy. See, we were just watching footage of the Twin Towers the other day, and they were talking about the original World Trade Center bombing, the one that happened in 93. On the footage we were watching, we're talking about how, wow, that's super crazy, you know, that the beams were melting back then. Wow. It's crazy that I think Ed worked on both. What? God, I have so many questions. So many questions. You got stung in the ass by a wasp? It's fucking crazy. Which? Your grandma is 90? Yeah, the guy I adopted Hugin from is 90. He's about to be 91 in a few weeks. How old do I think you are? I think 26. I think you're all 26 to 39. I think some of you, look, I just turned 59. I didn't think so. Yeah, I thought you were in your late 30s. You look like mid 30s. No, not late. You look early 30s. You're fucking 59. Is that you? The fuck water are you drinking? Tell me. I want it. What are you people drinking? You all look so good. You have to get people's approval to document their tat when you know. That's one of the things. Well, so yes and no. Like a lot of tattoo artists, like they have to. It's like, listen, I'm tatting you. You get an hourly rate. You're signing this. Give me your ID, but you have to be documented. Like I need a picture of it. Like they just do. If you say no, they'll say fine. Go get it somewhere else. I've never really seen anybody refuse to get their tattoo pictured for a portfolio or have a picture taken of it. Never seen it. It's also for the artist's safety. If you come back wanting touch-ups because you say the artist fucked up, or if you come back trying to sue the artist because this, you know, this isn't exactly what I want, or, you know, it didn't turn out, it didn't turn out how you said, and then it's clearly damaged because they didn't take proper care of it or didn't wash it every day. If they get an infection and try to blame you because they decided to use like something with perfume in it instead of Vaseline, you know, or whatever, petroleum jelly, they need to document what it looks like when you leave. Because also people will go and they'll be like, oh, it's not bright enough because they're not patient. They don't want to wait for the flaking and the scabbing. So they'll go get it re-tattooed, or even worse, they'll do a home tattoo. Fucking say Sepsis City. Say hello to Sepsis City. I'm Brock Lesnar. This is Sepsis City. Boom. That's what happens to them. And then they go to the tattoo place like, fix it. It's like, you just added a fucking Jack Skellington. No, I'm not going to fix this. Fuck you. A lot of artists get pissed if you add on to their work. If it's just flash, they usually don't give a fuck. But if it's something that's custom, yeah, they're 100% going to get a picture. Now, it used to not necessarily be as common, especially back when people were predominantly getting flash, Sailor Jerry, stuff like that. But like, as far as really, all my tattoos have been documented by the artist. I don't have a single one that hasn't. Well, actually, I do, the ones I gave myself. But all the others, and even then, I document them. They're fucking on me. But yeah, I think that if I was out crime, yeah. So here's another thing: if you're out there committing a bunch of crimes, I mean, just having a gang tattoo, you automatically get put in a database by the police. If you have at-home tattoos, it's not really going to matter. Nobody's trying to get a picture of it for their portfolio. It's like a home tattoo, right? If you're out criming, typically your tattoos are already recorded. If you're a career criminal, if you just do it once, are you likely to go like chop someone up? Probably not. Statistically, no. Hasn't really, I mean, I can't think of it being an issue because it hasn't been presented, right? Like the whole comparable forensic tattooing, if you will, it just hasn't really been a thing so far. That's what I was asking. Is that a thing? It seems not. So, you know, maybe that precedent has to happen now. Maybe that has to be the precedent. Maybe there needs to be a challenge to that. I hope not, because, genetic genealogy is killing it. And there's a bunch of states that challenge it on the grounds of all kinds of shit, usually privacy. Bees are being mean. Hairspray, they can't fly. Mine gets aggressive. Ooh. Well, I feel so bad if a bee's like flying and then it's like, and then its little wings don't start and then it just falls to the ground. But can it be rendered? Is it rendered useless at that point, or can you collect it in a jar and then go release it somewhere else? I don't hate bees. I really like their butts. They have furry little butts and they're very cute. You feed the ravens by your work. I love that for you. You don't look like a bird lady. You also look like you are in your early 30s. What? Your neighbor passed away. She was 99? Fuck, she almost made it to a full hundo. That would be horrible to live to be 100. I would be so pissed if people were like, you're a century. Fuck. I don't know if we should be proud of her or sad for her, right? I mean, I'm proud of her for making it to 99. In a way, it is kind of the final punchline to the joke, right? For her, it's kind of her way of being like, ha, like, you ain't gonna call me a centurion or whatever. Dude, I'm so sorry, but also like fucking 99, good for her. She made it long. What did she eat and drink every day? I feed the ravens. I love you guys. Crows have face recognition software preloaded, but never heard of insects. I think it's, let's look. I think it's wasps and hornets. Hold on. Wasps, hornets, facial memory. Let's see. Live OSINT right here. Are you one of those people who never forgets a face? You've got some company in the animal kingdom. The wasp. Scientists have discovered that Polistes fuscatus paper wasps can recognize and remember each other's faces with sharp accuracy, a new study suggests. Yes, but what about ours? Here it is. If you're willing to get up close to a variety of paper wasps, they've shown that they can recognize faces and remember them for at least a week. Damn, which is forever for them. They don't live very long. That's fascinating. Like humans, wasps, and it's now this article is saying all wasps, and they memorize human faces and they do it in quadrants. Fascinating. Shabusiness. Hudson Shabusiness. Mine doesn't count because she just got community service. Who? Your Hugin? My husband, 2OB. I'm convinced it's because he just hates. I know. It's like, what are we doing here? What are we fucking doing here? Bud, don't you love money? I'm going to get a tattoo that says contact Oblivious Benson and Foul. Please. Please. I'm going to get a tattoo that says contact Margaret the Younger if found. And I'm going to get it backwards like in Memento. So that when I look in the mirror, I'm like, very nice. I can read it. Yeah, no Sarah Boone for Hudson. Hudson, our business is the one, right? That's it. We've already picked it. We may as well, right? I swipe left on a jailbird who looks like the judge. We'll go easy on her. Too much pressure. Yeah. Don't go for the ones that got a little crazy in them. There was one that was a prison guard who's in prison now because she wouldn't quit having sex with the prisoners. I feel like she could be your wife. I feel like she's the one. I'll send you a link later, Hudson. Why does she have the face of a Dementor? Jen McCabe. Dementors. The Dementors. That's so funny. Tonight's just a talk. Tonight's just a little chat. I do have to go soon, but I fucking love you kids. I just wanted to stay an hour and I just wanted to talk to you and I wanted to clear the air that I don't hate poodle people. And then I wanted to get to this point. I'm going to show you something. I've got something to show you. I see dead people. What if I just put on Kendrick Lamar? Mustard on the beat. Okay. There was a bunch of wasps in Houston. There's always wasps in Houston. Oh, you're talking about the bug? Yeah, absolutely. There's also that a lot. She does look like the crypt keeper. I'm so tired, you guys. I didn't get my dad nap in today. I got one last night, but not today. Hello, Dapple. Hello. Hello, Debbie. Oh, no, not you. Bad Deb. When I talk about Deb, I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about bad Deb. When I'm saying bad thing, I'm talking about bad Deb. Fucking bug. The woman who, yeah, that was, oh, fuck. Lady with her 100th birthday. Flossie Dixie, right? Let me look it up. It's Flossie something. Flossie. I think it's Flossie Dicky. Is want to watch Flossie Dicky in honor of the neighbor? You guys want to watch Flossie Dicky? Yeah, there was so the whole thing with Staten Island Jane Doe. In her borough, tattoos were illegal at the time, and that was 91, and she had a scorpion. And then within a couple of years they were legal. I think it was like 95, 96. I need to look again. Yeah, I know. I think about that all the time. Ugh, even the bees know more than me. Ugh. Blue Jays do it as well. My son used to have a blue jay chase him all the time. Oh, I bet. I still laugh so hard when people are like, you know, a cardinal. A cardinal is someone visiting you who's passed away. Like, I'm not laughing because I'm mocking that. Like, I laugh because it's like, yo, that would rule. I'm sorry, that would rule. I've told plenty of friends, like, whoever dies first, haunt me as a bird. Like, I really want to be haunted by a bird. Be a bird, follow me around, call me names. I know birds can talk. Duty Ron has a bird. Duty Ron has a bird, and it goes so cool. I'm very delirious. And your dad, remember I told you guys, get the kava tea. Your dad got the kava tea. Your dad made it into iced kava. It is disgusting. It does not taste good. It is making me very tired. It's also making all the stuff come out of my face. Yeah, I saw that shit. I cannot. Oh my God. I have I'm callous. I'm human callous, but that shit, I don't know what it is about. I mean, obviously, I couldn't handle that case was so fucking sad. Like, they're all sad, but that is just that Chad Dorman case, dude. And the way that it's so wild how differently suspects are treated for doing different things, for doing the same. We'll get into it later. Yeah. I'm glad that he got life without parole. For sure. For sure. You don't live over there. You keep missing. Yeah, you're over there you're being neglected. No. Call the CPS. Tracy, you're in New Zealand. Hey, what time is it? Let me look. Tracy, what time is it in New Zealand? What time is it in New Zealand town? I don't give a fuck if it's Auckland. Okay, Wellington. It's 5 p.m. there? Oh my God, it's 12 a.m. That's not that far off. We can work with that. Okay. So you don't live over there. You keep missing family catch-ups. You're being neglected. Here's what we can do. We're going to allow you to you're allowed to go on family trips again. We're going to take you out of the basement. You can be a real child. Okay? Here's what I'm going to do for you, Tracy. I'm going to make it a point to look for you every chat. I'm going to forget, but I'm going to try to remember. Look for Where's Tracy? Where's Tracy? Somebody get Tracy. Go wake Tracy up. She's trying to Kevin McAllister again. We're not going to France without her. That'll be the goal. Yeah, it's so weird. Every time I see a cardinal, I'm like, are you my clarinet teacher from high school? I get really sad. And then I'm like, why don't birds fly and chase me? And then I remember, oh yeah, that would be scary. It's the Buc-ee's Cup for me too. Horrible people, great beaver nuggets. I'm no pussy, but I cannot with Chad Dorman. Forever scarred from that. Dude, the body. What kind of, it's a whole level of hate to kill your family. It's a whole new level of hate to do it so that another person has to live with that and suffer, specifically to hurt them emotionally. What the fuck? That guy's horrible. What a horrible, horrible piece of shit. I hope he rots in hell. Rebecca, Popeye can say curse words. Yes, we can all say curse words. I love Popeye's voice too. It'd be so funny if he was like biggity biggity blah, 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 bitch. I would laugh so hard if someone talked to me like that. How do you say your name? Is it Bullsy or is it Bowles? Bowsy? Bullsy? Bowles? I really want to pronounce names correctly. This one's throwing me for a loop. I like it. I read it as blouse at first, and then I had to adjust my eyes. Rebecca, I'm going to think about how to say your name for a few days until I get it right. Yes, I'm on the, did I tell you guys I'm on the list? They bumped me up. I'm getting my P.O. box this week. I picked a different size. There is a wait because they closed down a bunch of post offices during that election where somebody said, oh, the post offices hate me. So they took away our right to vote by mail by getting rid of our post office. And then they ripped up all the blue things. And then some people were like, hey, put that back. And they put them back. But they kept the post office gone. Yay. So your dad has to drive far. And then when I get there, everybody in town wants to use it. Because guess what? They ripped up a bunch of other post office too. Because who the fuck needs the mail? Anyway, they did that. And then now your dad has to wait like 2 hours in line for stamps, which I'm not happy with. It will affect my vote. Let's just say that. Simultaneously cannot get a fucking P.O. box to save my life unless I get a really little one. So I just agreed to that one. And they were like, cool. So there were only 3 people ahead of me. And now I think I'm next. So they'll assign me one and your dad's gonna give it to you. We're gonna ride each other, you guys. Get the stationery ready. It's gonna be fun. You had bees wait outside for you to get you 4 hours later, like to attack you or to walk you home from school? Because that really changes everything. It really does. Hey, why don't you kids give me your P.O. boxes? I'm just kidding. I'll get them to you. He's certifiably, yeah, he better get, they better beat the fucking shit out of him in jail. I'm not even going to mince words here. They better fuck him up in jail. I want to see a tuna can and a sock on that motherfucker. Rabbit, you would never be blocked. You're my rabbit. You're my baby rabbit. You are not a pain. You're a beautiful rainbow bunny. Oh my God, that's such a cute little bunny. By the way, the amount of y'all that are rabbit obsessed or own pet rabbits, I really like this. So many of you have sent me pictures. Adam even has bunnies. You guys have great bunnies. There are a lot of therapy bunny owners in the chat. Holy shit. Didn't know that was my demographic. Love that it is. Love it. I chased a baby jackrabbit the other day trying to save it. Turns out they're wild and you're not supposed to do that. I couldn't catch it anyway. I have a big ass. I gave up and I started breathing like the Hugin. I was like, oh. I'm happy that the mother doesn't have to go. Oh, yeah. It bothers me too, but, no please going to save him from, read between the lines. No please going to save that motherfucker. He is a fucking coward. It's 10 p.m. here in Arizona. Is it hot as fuck? It's like so hot here. No mercy. I don't feel on me one bit bad about that. Yeah, no, me neither. Fuck them. Passing out. I love you, dumpster juice. We named you after your mother's side. Oh my God. You guys are the best. Look, I'm going to skip as far down as I can without missing too much. And then there's a really good book called A Certain Slant of Light that I highly recommend. It's about ghosts. It's about a ghost that follows her host through decades. Oh, like Rescue Me with Dennis Leary, which I fucking love. Somebody talk shit to me about Rescue Me so I can fight. It's such a good movie. It's a show. They've got great accents. I have a favorite cup too. We need to share pics of. Oh, yes. Favorite cups. Uncle Cy Discord? Uncle Cy. I'm about to seize. I'm over it. I held it in. Okay. We need to get Uncle Cy Cup going. You know what I'm talking about? Duck Dynasty. He's the only lovable character. He's the one that's like, hey, I got my cup with my tea in it. I was in Vietnam. Uncle Cy rules. He's the only one I liked. And he always has that green cup. What's your cup? Can we call it Uncle Cy Discord? I think we can. Yeah, I'm gonna look that up. A certain slant of light. Oh, I have it in comments. Never mind. I can just go back and look. Dude, I wish I knew our mailman. I miss those days. I miss the 90s where the dog chased the mailman and I yelled, "Sorry, Mr. Shepherd." Nope, not anymore. Now it's someone different every damn day. And they look at us and they go, and then they slam the thing shut. Ugh. Ugh. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I wanted to. Oh, yeah. Wait. I think you may be able to leave a form in your mailbox with the money and they will just appear. What? That sounds like a milkman. What's going on in your town? I want to live there. What town are you in? Ever seen jackrabbits on weed? Hilarious. No? Do they eat it or smoke it? Oh my God, is that a birdums? Oh, what a big feckin' bird. I love it. I absolutely love it. By the way, for any of you who are new to the channel, we're just dicking around tonight. We're not talking about any serious shit. Maybe a little. In fact, let's just get to it. Let's get to it because I do have to wrap up, but I do have something to show you. I was hoping she'd show up. Part of me feels like I should wait for her, but I got nothing on deck that isn't like a 4-hour combo. So we got to go for it. 74. I'm jealous. That is so much colder than that's like 30 degrees colder. Fuck. Super jealous. Hello, Nighthawk. Hello, Rock family. Love me some Rock Chalk. Here's what we're going to talk about. Don't worry, you didn't miss much. We're fucking dicking around. Look, do you guys remember we talked about Mafawe the lion? I know you did. Don't make me play SummerSlam shit talk promos for you kids and teach you about wrestling. Get on board. Let's talk about Mafawe. Do you remember Mafawe? He was the man-eating lion. So, okay, wait, off subject, but is the man we watched last night have the ability to appeal? I don't know. I don't want to answer that because I don't know. Does anyone in the chat know about Nicholas Mew? Does he have an ability to appeal? AKA appeal. I just want to make it rhyme. I'm so sorry. That was inappropriate. But does he? I feel like, okay, he didn't get like the death penalty or anything, right? I don't know. I mean, comparably to what he could have gotten, I still don't think it was a fair charge. I think it was way too much. But yeah, he does. I'm pretty sure you always have the right to appeal. But if it's death row, is it like guaranteed to go through this process and they kick it back and then you can reappeal? Like you can do it under different. That's a Melanie question. I really don't know. Yeah, it was the worst case. That was, I mean, it was such a hard case because like you go into it thinking there's no way I'm going to agree with the stabby guy. And then you come out like, why are they hurting the stabby guy? It's so wild. It's like Breaking Bad. You find yourself rooting for Walt and you're like, wait, he's the meth head. In this case, you find yourself kind of rooting for the guy who did the bad thing and made all the blood happen. But it's like, well, but he was taunted. And then he went full red wedding. Yeah, I'm going to ask Melanie and I'll get back to you on that. I am curious. I feel like he does. I don't know on what grounds. Walk Among the Tombstones says Nicholas Mew is going to be her prison husband. I do think he is thrice divorced, which they tried to hold against him. Homie's from Romania, dude. That was like 3 wives ago. What are you talking about? It wasn't a please, so he does. Yeah. Okay, so it does guarantee appeal. Excellent. There we go. Wonder what ground. Like he could just do it on any grounds, though, right? Or does it? I can't remember. In Texas, things are so wonky. You guys have no idea. It's fucking wild here. There are very specific things here that they don't have anywhere else. I can't get into it, but it's fucking nuts. So I always hesitate on law questions unless I'm absolutely sure. I did end up getting a straight up 100 in my courts class. My courts and procedures. However, criminal courts and procedures do not stay with me forever. They go because I'm not trying to be a lawyer. I gotta ask Melanie. I will. I would support an appeal after a while. Anyway, not 20 years. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna get some of that knocked down for good behavior because this dude's never done a fucking negative thing in his life, it seems on paper, law-wise. No direct penetration in Wisconsin? What does DP mean again? What the fuck? Directed wait. You guys are early. The other day, someone said put LWAP, and I thought you were saying LWAP hovered. And I was like, that's pretty clever, but kind of raised. But then it's like, oh no, you're talking about life without parole. Okay, that makes sense. I don't even know if I type in DP, it's just gonna say donkey punch or something. I don't know the lingo, you guys. I have so much trouble in some of the true crime groups when they're like RH was on the bridge and GP, and I'm like, okay, come on now, just say their fucking names at this point. I know why you did it though to shorten it, but I don't know what DP means. Oh fuck, I don't know, but I know how many times he said he wanted to marry his daughter, and that's enough for me. Jury found him guilty because they said he should have retreated. What the actual like they don't understand that you don't get a choice when you're getting ganged up on, right? Yeah, you have to serve 85% in that state. Damn. I think in Texas it's like a third on average. The cell phone footage was intense, especially oh god, yes. And then we only saw one angle. There were like 5 others. It gets crazier. It's just that was the most. You're gonna adopt Mew's dog? Oh my god, you're really trying to prison wife him. We support you. We support you. Yeah, I don't think he's getting the death penalty. Yes, thank you. I got a 100 in that class, which is weird because that was like one of my hardest class. And then the easiest fucking class I had, I got a 92 and I was furious. Furious. It doesn't matter though. It all they just do it A, B, C, D, E, and then a couple are like pass fail, but let's put a credit. Yeah, L.W.A.P. Hubbard. He's Italian Ron Hubbard. And people can't cancel me for that because it's fine to shit on the Italians. I know that. I know that for a fact. I've talked to many people about this. It's fine. You know why? Because they can't be fucking bothered. They're busy making money. They don't care what you fucking say. And also, I think they have done a lot worse. Also, have to be within a specified length of time to be heard. Yes. True. The case. I remember when there was only one park in Estrella. I remember when at school. I'm not gonna name it because I don't want to, there's some personal things I don't do. Like some people are like, they'll be like, if someone's like, oh, where are you going on vacation? I might not share too many details. Let me get finished with all of it and then we'll talk about it. Cause the internet's wild and I have definitely seen people get their places of business called, their fucking school called because somebody doesn't agree with their opinion. I don't think you kids would do that, but it's you know how your mom's like, drive safe. It's not you I'm worried about. It's the crazies. That's how I feel. Oh, okay. Death penalty. Fuck, that was so easy. Old Sparky. Ivanka, Marla, and Melania. Yeah. And you can still find Melania's advertisement on the Wayback Machine. It's neat. Just saying, if you ever want to see what a mail order bride ad looks like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Came here on an Einstein visa. That's cool. That's great. Dastardly poodles. The poodle people are fine, especially if they're half poodle. It's the people that are on that podcast that cannot fucking have, like, it really is delicious dish with the word bitch. Yeah. From now on, I'm just gonna say he got donkey punched. Rebecca Balls, good night. Go get some good sleep. Everybody get good sleep. I forgot about Avondale. Please look up Jess Rona dog grooming. I promise it'll change your life. Why? The Hoogan doesn't need to be groomed. Oh, to watch? Oh, okay. Excellent. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Just a crazy little Swiftie, says Jen. I grew up in Chicago, so that part of Wisconsin wasn't insanely far from where I grew up. How do you feel about the people there? Like, is that one of those places where you're like, I'm not going to go there. Fucking kids are going to surround me and scream at me. Or is that like a new thing? Because like, if you told me that shit happened in Dallas, I'd fucking believe it in a heartbeat. But Wisconsin feels weird. Oh, no, it was just for crime scene. Like, basically, whenever you're taking any criminal justice or crime scene forensics classes, you can tack on extracurriculars or you can pick between a couple. I didn't need to take the corrections class. I didn't need to take the juvenile justice class. I didn't need to take my courts case class, but they were all options in lieu of others. So I chose them because I was just like, why not? It looks basically I needed to just pick they're each for a different semester, but each one had like not a prerequisite, but just I don't know, you have to have a minimum number of hours. And they're like, this is in your program, take it. And I'm like, but I don't want to be a prison guard. And they're like, you still have to take it. So it was there was the police procedures, not gonna be a cop, but they made me take it. And yeah, it was literally just that one in particular was a lot of constitutional questions, questions about, the amendments, questions about courtroom procedure. It's not I don't even think it's as in-depth as paralegal. It's just like a lot of, it actually should have been one of the first ones I took, but I decided to take it last, so all the other ones were harder. That one I thought was gonna be a lot more challenging than it was, but it was literally shit like, if you pull someone over and you detain them, they're also talking to you in the questions on that one. They were still talking to you like you're an officer, but then at other times you would take the position of a prosecutor or you take the position of like a defense attorney and then they put you in conundrums. It was literally all kind of like it was through this thing called Revel coursework and then it's all simulations, which is fun. I got to simulate being a judge and I got to sentence a bunch of juveniles one day. And I didn't get in trouble, but my professor was like, I'm gonna give you one chance to redo this because I just was like, send them all home with candy. Just all the kid I didn't hate what the kids did. Yeah, his dude, Eddie Murphy's so fucking funny. Do not pass go. All right. Yeah, yeah, that's the daughter. Oh, Ivana, that's the she wrote a book. Whew. The original before she revised it. That's a crazy fucking book. Dastardly Poodles is good. That's so good. Oh yeah, it was college coursework. I'm sorry. I'm just so tired. I drank this kava shit. It's making me crazy. Yeah, it was college coursework. Did you think I was in high school? Because that would fucking rule, dude. Just my senior year. Never been kissed. No big deal. Remember that Drew Barrymore? Nobody's gonna believe that bitch was in high school. What a crazy premise. And for that matter, everyone in She's All That look like adults. What is going on? What is going on? Nope, never Wisconsin ever. I'm from Michigan and we would avoid that side of Lake Michigan. Good to know. Good to know. I just thought everybody there was super happy. Oh, hey, Hugin. You want to say hi? Let me get the Hugin. How about this? Let's do Lion Talk tomorrow. We're going to talk about Mafawe tomorrow. We'll slip him in when I really want Wayne's niece to be in here because it's her family story. It's her family story. And I want to tell you about Mafawe. She did locate Uncle Wayne. He is dead. I'm sorry. That may as well just drop that for it. Wayne's dead, you guys. It's your fault. No, I'm just kidding. He's whining. Hugin's whining. Let me grab him for you. Come here. You want to meet the family? Come here. Come here. Oh, y'all come say hi to everyone. You got to tell everyone how you lost 6 pounds, Hugin. What? Wait, let's get you comfy. Let's hide these. There we go. All right. Now you're comfortable. Hugin, tell them your thoughts. Tell them hello. Tell them how you love them. Come on, Hugin. Get enthused. You guys, he just woke up from a nap. Oh, God. Okay. You don't want to be a cult leader. Okay. He hates the cult. He rejects us. What are you doing? Oh, he wants his ball. Guys, I gotta go. I gotta go take care of Ball. Did you piss? No, he didn't piss. He would never do that. Gotta go take care of Ball, you guys. It's ball time. It's ball time. He does need a cigar. Thank you very much. He's your god, everyone. Please worship him accordingly, or he will get upset. They do seem so nice. Then you do end up in a wood chipper. That's a good point. Irish girl, thank you for being a member for a month. I can't believe it's been a month. Feels like just yesterday I created you with my big dad penis. God, I wish your mom was still around and not off working at that casino outside that laundromat. I don't know. I'll make up a backstory later. Look, the point is, I love you guys. You're the fucking best. This is the house of Sister Kitten Farts. He lost 6 pounds since we got him. It only took a year, for fuck's sake. Thank you. A wee puppet. That's so fucking funny. I love puppet. That is such a good word. Puppet. 6 pounds in a year, motherfucker did this. Look at this. Look at his tiny face. He's so pissed at you guys. Come here. Show them your little face. Show them your little face. How do I make this go down so they can see your little face? Oh, look at him. So full of hate. Oh, Hugin. Look up. Look up and say hi. He's like, bitch, I want the ball. I hate this cult and I hate you, Mom. Oh my God, Hugin. That's so rude. What? Oh God, he's yelling communist propaganda. I have to go. He's going to go get a sickle if I'm not careful. He did gas all the weight out. He farted out 6 pounds, you guys. Total side eye. Look at this shit. High five? High five? Can I have a paw? Oh, he's so pissed. All right, I gotta go. We're getting side eye. I'm showing them to you. He thinks when I'm doing this that it's like in a minute, he thinks that I'm gonna throw the ball, but I don't have the ball and he knows that. I'm gonna do the claw though. I'm gonna do the claw. Hoogie, 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 hoogie. Oh, he loves it. Oh, we have tamed the hoog. Temporarily. I have to go. He's going to freak out in a minute and start barking at you guys. Yeah, he's fucking done with us. He's over us. He's over us all, Crystal. I can't change the Hoogan's mind. It just is what it is. Yes, everybody go pay attention to your fur babies in any context, whatever. If you want that to be any specific fur baby, if it's your TV show, if it's your food, just whatever. Do the thing that you love. I will stop taunting the Lord right now, Holly. That's so fucking funny. I don't know why. Oh my God. Stop taunting the Lord is so funny. You enjoy your weekend, you crazy Swifty. I hope it's full of Taylor. Shit, I might go watch that Eras shit right now. It was pretty fucking bomb, honestly, when she's a big snake. Is that the Eras, the one where she's like, I'm a snake? Love that shit. I think I like Taylor Swift, you guys. She's no New Kids on the Block, but she fucking rocks. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how you did it. 6 pounds is heaps. I know, dude. I just literally took him. The old guy had him on puppy food. I don't think he knew any better, but I mean, get a 6-year-old dog back on adult food really does wonders. Jesus, crackers. Crackers of himself. Okay, I'll figure it out. You guys have the best night ever. I love you so much. I can't believe it's been a month. You guys. We're really doing it. This cult coven's coming together. We'll get you a dog at a man's. Hell, men are dogs, girl. Let's just get you one and call it a day. We'll make it happen. If you go to prison, we can hook you up with Hudson. All right. I love you guys so much. You have the best night. Hugin blesses you all. Goddamn.